Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of mine. Sorry for the delayed match preview. This is the match preview for Chelsea versus Manchester City. Kickoff is in only a few hours, so I do apologise for having it out so close to the match. Just been very busy with work and kind of other things outside of it, so I do apologise for that, but hopefully we can enjoy the video nonetheless and get cracking with the preview for this game. Now, as I said, we're playing Manchester City at Stamford Bridge in the Premier League today. 8:15 kickoff, so we're only a couple of hours away, so not much longer to wait. I'm already excited. Got the third jersey on, and hopefully it's a win for us. Now, it is going to be an extremely difficult game. Manchester City are a top team. Their amount of trophies they've won over the last few years kind of says that. They've just got players that are ridiculously good. You look at their bench in some of the games, the likes of De Bruyne hasn't started a couple of their games. Mahrez, Silva, they just have so many options, not only in the starting 11, which is a really good side. Even on the bench, they've got so many players that would get into 90% of the teams in the Premier League. So they really just have a wealth of talent at Manchester City. So we're really going to be up against it tonight. But when we played Manchester City at the Etihad back in, I think it was November, I thought we played very well. We really gave them a good game and we gave a good account of ourselves. We lost the game 2-1, but we did take the lead and had a couple of good chances to get something from the game, if not win it. So we can take a lot of positives from that and bring it into this game. Now, I'm sure any Liverpool fans watching this know the permutations. If we either beat Man City or draw against Manchester City tonight, Liverpool will win the league tonight. Quite a predicament us Chelsea fans are in, but look, I want to win the game. I don't care about Liverpool. I just want us to win because we need the 3 points to keep that 5-point gap over Wolves and Manchester United in fourth, which means more to me than anything. I don't really care if Liverpool win the league tonight in the process. They're going to win the league anyway. It would just confirm it. Whether if we lost tonight, I think Liverpool will win it in their next game anyway. All they have to do is win. So, but I want us to win tonight. And I know in doing that, Liverpool will win the league. But I want us to win tonight for Chelsea so that we can keep our top 4 spot and keep that 5-point gap. And that's it. Now, I heard in Pep Guardiola's press conference that he had an eye on their FA Cup game against Newcastle at the weekend, so he might consider rotating players or resting some of their key players. Even if they rest some of their key players, they still, as I said earlier, have such a wealth of talent that it's still going to be a difficult game. But it would be nice if they took it a little bit easy, because I think we need the win more than they do. I think Pep even saying that he has the eye on the Newcastle game means that this game is kind of not at the forefront of his kind of worries. He has the game against Newcastle to worry about more than this game, which benefits us because I think we need to win this game and I think we should have all the motivation there. Obviously United won last night, Wolves won as well, so they've closed the gap, so we need to keep that 5-point gap and we have to do it by winning, and by winning we have to pick the strongest team. Now, obviously, we've gone. Our last game was against Aston Villa, so we've a couple of days since that. So Frank Lampard said in his press conference, the Zoom press conference, which is the new norm now. Unfortunately, they can't do it in an actual room with journalists because that's obviously breaking social distancing guidelines. So they're doing it over Zoom calls, which I think is good. I think it's a good way to kind of keep the press conferences going without putting anyone's health at risk. So he said that there was no fresh injuries from the game against Aston Villa. Tomori and Hudson-Odoi are still out, so they will not be available. But other than that, everyone else is fit and ready to go. Also, Jorginho is back from suspension for this game, so it's good to have another option in midfield. So hopefully, I'm going to get into my team anyway. I didn't want to go into too much detail there because I would have given away the team. So I'm going to pick my team that will play this evening. In goal, Kepa, I think he's our first choice keeper, so I don't see any reason, and he didn't do anything wrong against Aston Villa to warrant a drop, so I'm going to go with Kepa in goal. The back four, now this is difficult because our back four has been shaky all season, and I've said in multiple videos this season, we don't have a set back four. It seems to change every single game, so it's very hard to predict. But I'm going to go Azpilicueta at right back. I thought he had a very good game against Aston Villa at the weekend, and yeah, deserves a starting place. Centre back, I'm going to go Antonio Rudiger. I'm going to go with the same pairing. I was considering putting Zuma in there, but I'm going to go with Christensen and Rudiger. You know what? I'm just going to go with Alonso. I mean, the options aren't great anyway, so whether we start Alonso or Emerson is not going to make much difference. So we're going to go with the same back four that played against Aston Villa. Now, moving into midfield, Kante, Kovacic are playing. I thought the two of them played very well against Aston Villa, so no need for them to drop out of the team. Now, as I said, Jorginho is back from suspension, so he is available to play this game. But I thought Mason Mount played very well. Although what could happen is that Frank might move Mount to where Loftus-Cheek is, because I thought Loftus-Cheek didn't play particularly well against Villa. Granted, he's only back from a very long injury, so we give him the benefit of the doubt. But what Frank could do is move Mount up to the kind of the wide, out on the left of the front three, and bring Jorginho in and move Kante and Kovacic a bit further up the middle. But that's something I would like to see personally. I think I would like to see Jorginho play. Well, actually, this is tough because actually, do you know what? No, I'm going to leave Jorginho out for this game. I'm going to put Mount in alongside Kante and Kovacic. I'm going to go with Christian Pulisic on the right. On the left. Willian on the right, and up front. This is a toss-up. I thought Giroud did well against Villa, but it's a completely different ball game against Manchester City. Just it's not even compatible, the difference between the two sides. Giroud or Abraham. I think Abraham would offer a bit more mobility and a bit more pace to get in behind the City defence. I mean, the City defence isn't particularly great, so I'm going to go with Tammy Abraham just for that bit of pace I could get behind and a bit of kind of mobility. So that's the team I'm going to go with. That was difficult because obviously the team that played against Aston Villa played very well and obviously won us the game, but we're playing against a completely different team, a much better team, so we have to kind of make the right decision and pick a team that can win this game, and that's what I'm going to go for, and hopefully they can do the job and we can get the 3 points. My prediction, Christ on a bike, this is going to be interesting. I think it depends on, do Man City play a full-strength team? Is Pep Guardiola just playing mind games by saying we have one eye on the Newcastle game at the weekend? And it all depends on our attitude. I think if we play similar to the way we played against Aston Villa, obviously I don't think we're not going to have as much of the ball tonight as we did against Aston Villa, so we're going to have to try and be patient and kind of take our chances when they do come along. But I think if we when we do have the ball and when we do create chances, I think if we are as good as we are on the ball tonight, we're against Villa, that would be great. But we need to be more clinical tonight than we were against Aston Villa, because we missed too many gilt-edged chances on Sunday that if we don't take tonight, we could get punished. So it all depends on our attitude going into the game, but also what kind of team Manchester City put out, because if they put out a full-strength team, we might be in a bit of trouble, but it all depends. My prediction for this game, God, I always try and be positive about my predictions. I very rarely say that we lose, but tonight I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go 2-2. I know that's kind of, people are looking at me going, what? I don't think we'll win, but I like to think we won't lose. But that's my prediction. I'm going to go for a draw. A draw wouldn't be the worst result, but I would obviously everyone Chelsea fan would much rather a win. So I'm going to go for 2-2, but think positively 2-1. That's what I'm going to go for. So anyway, guys, that's all for this video. If you did enjoy it, please drop it a like and subscribe if you are new around here or you enjoy the content, and I will have the review for the game out tomorrow. Definitely have the review out tomorrow. So see you then, guys, and take care.